Buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a Al Rescate, nuestro segundo programa. Y como pueden ver, tenemos nuestro invitado, señor Peter. Bienvenido, welcome. Como pueden ver, pues vamos a hacer nuestro programa en inglés. My English is not that good, but I will try my best.
Very good.
Peter?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Para los que no saben, Peter lo conozco hace alrededor de un año y medio. Él toma mis clases en Zumba, entonces por ahí me supe sobre su... Él es una persona muy reconocida en Nueva York y nos va a platicar un poquito de su vida, el cómo él está ahora pues viviendo en la calle. Entonces vamos a hablar un poquito acerca de Peter, de su vida y hasta dónde él está el día de hoy. Right, Peter? Want to talk about your life a little bit?
That sounds wonderful to me.
Yes.
Just right before you start, let me just tell our audience.
Okay.
Por favor, comparta el video. Recuerden que este programa ha sido para poder enseñar a la comunidad de esas necesidades que hay, ¿verdad? Y también, si ustedes tienen preguntas, tenemos el celular en la mano, especialmente yo, ¿verdad? Yo voy a dejar que Peter aquí nos platique mucho y vamos a contestar las preguntas que ustedes tengan. Si quieren hacer comentarios, si quieren mandar saludos, aquí lo voy a estar leyendo. Y now, let's start with you, Peter. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And I really like you to get started on that experience that you have in your life. Let's start from the beginning.
I was in the hospital and my mother gave birth.
Okay.
That's right from the beginning. If we're going
That is amazing.
That's a good start.
Yes.
Well, we could start coming out to California.
Right.
I came out to California.
No, first,
Okay. Here it
I
is.
want to know
Okay.
that I know that you are a very recognized actor and you are from New York, but
Yes.
when do you start acting?
Very quickly, I could have started 1979, maybe 80.
Yesterday.
Led Zeppelin, make-believe Led Zeppelin. We were not very good. I did Robert Plant. But technically, acting, 1986.
Oh, okay, 1986.
1986.
Empezó a actuar en 1986. Go ahead.
Yes.
Continue.
I could throw in something very quick.
Yes.
The first big thing I did, very exciting, Moonstruck, Cher and Nicolas Cage, 1986.
And
the
you-
movie Moonstruck,
Okay.
Cher and Nicolas Cage. That was my first thing, and my family was like, "Oh my God!"
And I know you do, or you did
Stand-up comedy.
right?
Yes,
'Cause he's a little bit comedian.
A little bit. Caroline's in New York. I used to appear in regularly. A lot of clubs out in Long Island. Long Island for you Long Island girls. Yes, stand-up comedian. Yes.
Good. And are you married?
I was married for 3 decades. Wife, unfortunately, went to God.
Oh, okay.
And,
so you're
Sorry.
Yes, but yes, was married a very long time.
Okay.
Did you have any children?
Yes, died right after. Died right after birth.
Oh.
My child.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's super sad to hear.
Yeah, but part of life.
Yeah, I know, it's part
you know,
of life.
Part of the life. part of
You're
life.
here now, so.
Yes.
And what was the reason you decided to come to California?
Came to California, 2 reasons. There was a woman out here who was a co-host of my show back in New York. She moved out here about 2 years ago, and she told me, "Come out to New York. We'll get the." I'm talking like her now. "Come out to New York, and we'll get the show
How long
sold."
that's been? Is 2 years ago? How many?
It was about. I came out about a year ago, actually less than a year ago, and she came out about 2 years ago, and she started on my show. She was actually the third show. The 7th show. I've had 114 shows. She was the 7th show, and then 2 years later, she contacted me, and at the same time I said, "Why don't I make her co-host of the show?" So it was just me the first 2 years. but I needed another partner like both of you. And she accepted, and then from 2014, 2017, co-host New York, then came out to California. Here I come.
So what did? You sold everything and just leave everything in New York and just came?
Well, everybody kind of went away in New York. I knew people, business but good friends. Everybody like left, and it was just me. I was at I guess they call it a crossroads, and I decided to. Everything was sold. Mm-hmm. Jennifer said, "Come on out," and so I came out to California. That's how I did it.
So, this is a little bit hard question.
Okay, sure, sure.
How did you ended up living on the street?
Well, in the short answer, I gave all my money to Anaheim, California.
I know it is very expensive. I know New York is expensive too.
Yeah, New York's expensive too, absolutely. Basically, came out here. We did a couple of shows. Cost me a lot of money. I was producing the show. I've been trying to get other investors, so this way it's not coming out of my pocket.
I know.
And then Jennifer took on a little bit of a slight detour with illness, and it
People doesn't know who's Jennifer.
Jennifer was the co-host of the show,
okay.
and that threw a little pause into the show, and a lot of money was laid out just to help in a lot of ways. And being in California, I was just so excited in a way. I'm out in California.
You came with that dream.
I came with the dream, and I wasn't keeping score of my money as good as I should have.
Okay.
And I was,
No.
and the next thing, $2 turned into no dollars. And that's what happened. I went from the last bit staying in hotels, which cost a lot of money.
Of course.
But, and then the next day it was go into the van.
We're going to talk about that van later.
Okay, sure. It's a good van, though. It's.
Nada más para
I can
hacerles
talk about the
un-
van for an hour too. Anyway, okay, sure.
a little recap because we have audience that is watching us from
Yeah,
Mexico.
all
We
the
have a lot of
Hispanic
audience
people.
that are very Hispanic and speak a little bit of English or probably understand. Déjenme nada más hacerles un rápido resumen de lo que acaba de compartirnos aquí nuestro amigo Peter. Él es un actor muy famoso, muy reconocido allá en Nueva York,
En los
que se
80s.
vino a California. Porque en California dijo, este es mi sueño, ir a California y salir adelante y triunfar y echarle
Tener nuevos
ganas.
programas.
Y como todos y cada uno de nosotros, ¿verdad? De que tenemos un sueño. Entonces lo invitaron para acá para que se viniera porque pues sí, allá estaba siendo bastante exitoso porque también es comediante, right? You make us laugh.
Sí.
Sí. Entonces
That's
él
all he
es
knows
también- y tiene ese talento, vaya. Entonces se viene para acá y aquí es en donde lamentablemente pues ha tenido que estarle batallando como todos y cada uno de nosotros y pues es lo que nos está compartiendo ahorita, que cómo es que de ser tan famoso y cómo es de tener todo lo que ha tenido, viene a California y no tiene absolutamente nada. Continue on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And what she was trying to say is,
Say it in Spanish. Say it in Spanish.
sí.
Do you still have your parents alive?
A father still alive, 92,
Wow.
in Connecticut. Mom, up in heaven, she
Yeah.
died years ago,
Oh,
2002.
2002.
Cancer. Cancer, but good woman. Mom was a good girl.
But you have any sisters and brothers?
A brother in Colorado. Sister with father in Connecticut.
So you have two,
Too.
brother and sister.
Brother-
Younger or
older?
Older than you.
I was baby. I was bambino.
Bambino?
Bambino.
Are you half Italian?
I'm actually half Italian.
Because
And-
I can see you like,
Sure. Half Italian, half Russian. Oh yeah, right.
so you speak Russian? No.
Stalin?
Do you speak Italian?
No, at home it wasn't spoken. Both my parents didn't speak Italian, didn't speak Russian, Russian at home. I know English, Like my throat gets clogged. But no, I don't know either language.
Oh, okay.
Either language.
What do they think about of all this happening in your life?
It's actually amazing. I've been a professional man all my life. Came out to California, had my finances in my pocket, all over the place in banks, and doing well, produced TV shows, which cost a lot of money. Basically was paying everybody that was involved in my shows. And then the next day and the days after, you have living expenses and paying everything. And all of a sudden, it went from being in a hotel to I think I have very little money to even stay in a hotel, and I go into my van. Unbelievable, you know. All my life, I never thought that would even happen.
But I have a question about that van.
Go ahead. Sure, let's do it. Let's do the van.
Because that van, you brought the van from New York?
Okay, here's another story with van. Now, the people at home in Spain, Spanish, even in Japan, we could be watching the show. Even in Japan.
In Japan.
I had my van shipped out by truck from New York to California. Now, if I recall, it cost me about $1,200 to ship it out. Boy,
Wow.
right now, I wish I had that $1,200. But yes, I had my van shipped out. They put it on a flatbed, and they drove it across. It took about 10 days.
Wow.
The van is actually, it's a wonderful van. I've had the van redone over the years. In fact, it's a classic car. It's a 1988 Dodge Caravan. I had about 4 years ago the entire outside redone, the inside redone, engine redone. And over the years, I estimated, now everybody at home is probably going to sleep saying,
I think we have a picture about the van. I'm not
do
sure.
they have the
but I
picture of the van? I
think-
see they have me
think
with
so.
my hair.
But that van had any like sentimental value for you?
Everybody that was once in my life, wife, children, aunts, uncles, friends. I have friends that have passed on. I mean, I'm old, but I ain't that old. You know, is 94 years old? Tell me, is 94 old? That's a joke. Remember, I did comedy.
I'm like,
He doesn't look bad for his age for 94. But yeah, a lot of people that were once all in my life, at one time or another, sat in my van. So
Wow.
now, as I sometimes are in my van, I say, "Oh yeah, I can remember when Uncle John was over there, and he told me that joke." And oh yeah, that's where Wendy was, and there's Mom. So yeah, a lot of humans went through the van
Do you
and
still
through my
have it?
life. Oh, I sure do.
You sure do?
Sure
let me
do.
tell our audience what's going on with the van because they're
Yeah.
probably wondering, what are you talking about? Okay, so él tiene un van. What year is it?
1988.
Fíjense,
This is a plug
un
for
Dodge
Dodge.
Caravan
Dodge
1988 que aún tiene, porque tiene
Six
mucho
cylinder.
valor sentimental. Tiene recuerdos de su esposa, porque hace ratito mencionó de que lamentablemente
Tinted
perdió a su
windows.
esposa cuando
Sunroof.
uno de sus hijos nació. Y pues tiene mucho valor. Y lo trajo desde Nueva York
Just
montado en
had a
una
new
grúa
engine put
hasta
in.
acá.
10 días duró en llegar, ¿saben?
Así es lo que quiere su van, le tiene mucho amor
valor.
a su van. So,
Tengo entendido que es su casa ahora. That van is your home right now.
Technically, right now, that's my home, and psychologically, I place that in my mind. And when I'm in the van, I say, well, if I was at home, back home in New York, where I sold my home, I'd be, say, in a bed, or I'd be working. So when I'm in the van, I'm laying back, and what I do is this. I'd be doing that at home instead at a desk with laptops in front of me, which were stolen on me a little while ago because of this whole situation. So, and in a lot of ways, I say it's different, but I physically and mentally would be doing the same thing. It's a psychological thing too. You have to like
You
let your
change
mind.
the ship
A little bit. And I keep telling myself this won't last forever, you know.
Of course.
So, in fact, oh, look at that.
Oh, that's
There
the
it
van.
is.
That's the van
There it
right
is.
there.
There's that baby
That's
right
our
there.
house right now.
Not bad. Look
Él
at
está
Su
compartiéndonos
casita.
que por el momento es su casa y que pues bueno, se mentaliza de que pues haciéndose de cuenta que está como allá en su querido New York.
Cambia el chip.
Y lo único que hace es hacer de cuenta que, ¿verdad? Para
Sí.
tratar de él mismo motivarse. Y eso es algo bien bonito de una persona que dice, ¿sabes qué? Pues sí, estoy en una mala situación, pero lo voy a pasar. Esto va a pasar. Esto es temporal. Esto definitivamente no va a durar para siempre. So that's amazing you still have that band. It's really amazing.
It is. Just to finish the thought, over the years, I put a pencil and paper to it as far as repairing the van and things that go into keeping a car up. Because the van is now 31 years old, going to be 32.
Of course,
I
31,
have probably
32.
put over $100,000 in just maintenance of keeping a car up. I mean, think about in a year your car.
I know.
You got to you got to change the oil. Every so often something
Filters.
goes wrong. Over 31 years, over $100,000. But that's living, having a car.
It's almost,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
Dice que
100,000.
acaba de,
Yeah, just-
haciendo un conteo de cuánto dinero le ha puesto a ese van, dice él que aproximadamente $100,000 en mantenimiento por 31 años, casi 32 años que tiene el van con él. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess
I
I
know.
would have buy with a BMW.
If I had half the money right now, we all would be in a nice restaurant, maybe Peter Luger's or one of the fancy Disney World restaurants right there. We'd all be
Yeah.
having steak and lobster with
Right.
wine and then getting into a car and doing stuff. But
But-
yeah. But yeah.
I'm so happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here. I'm tingling. I'm tingling that I'm actually on the set in Los Angeles, California.
You've
where we're
never
doing
been
this.
in a set in LA?
Where are we?
Like, you've never been in a studio
Sure.
here in California?
Oh, sure. When I did 2 other shows when I first arrived here. So yeah, we was in the studio there. Plus, we shot them in, I think it was the Palm Springs Desert. We shot one. And then another studio, I had Eric Roberts. Julia Roberts' brother was on the show. The picture on the screen is showing Jennifer, who's the co-host, me, and then that's Abigail Hawke of Blue Bloods. You know the TV show Blue Bloods?
That's
I think she plays not Lieutenant, maybe it is Lieutenant, but Lieutenant Baker on the show.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Well, here, let me tell you that the comments of the people here are sending you blessings. So I have like Blanca Stella, God bless you, Peter. See you soon on the gym. So this is probably, you probably
cool.
know
People
here.
at the gym, cool.
You have Monica Vasquez sending you blessings, as well as Elmer Serpas. And so do Luz Arbizu Villegas, I think is your sister or something. 'cause
My mom.
The mom
Okay, wow.
is telling pasito a pasito, suavecito, pero
That's
ahí
like
la
kind of
llevas mi
song.
niña bonita, sí. So little by little, but there you go. Ajá.
Very good,
So,
that's wonderful.
So thank
Thank
you
you.
all for the comments, the
Thank you.
blessings to Peter. Thank you all. So
I have more questions for you.
Okay, that's why I'm here.
I was gonna say you probably
But
have
you
a lot of
you
more
have any
questions.
question for him, Marlena?
Why don't you go ahead and continue?
And then-
because this is very interesting.
Interesting.
Very
Okay. The best is
interesting.
yet to come. And the best is yet to come.
It's at the
Are you
end.
gonna tell
It's
us a
always at
joke
the end.
tonight? Maybe after the
Sure,
commercial.
sure. Anything
There
you
go.
want. Anything
All
you
right.
want. I can do anything. I can even dance. We can even do Zumba here if you want to. I
We
can
can
do
put
some howling.
music here, you know, or you can sing and just
Yeah, I
dance.
could. Been a long time since I walk on the moonlight. Ah! I'm from the land of the ice and snow. Ah, anyway.
Right.
Ah, hello. Hello.
Look at him.
Look at him. Good evening. Good evening. I love this. I love
love
it.
it?
I love it. I love it. I got 2
Right.
beautiful women next to me. I mean, technically, you've heard this story, but here I am. I'm going to have food later. I'm next to 2 beautiful women. I'm on TV.
He's not gonna sleep tonight.
I'm not going to sleep.
He's
How
gonna
bad
be
is
dreaming.
it? I'm going to be doing Zumba tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning.
So
Right?
you're saying
Right?
you were eating dinner right now and then you're Zumba out tomorrow.
Yeah, going to Zumba tomorrow. Sure. Zumba out tomorrow. Sure. But 10 o'clock
There you
tomorrow's
go.
Zumba day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Zumba day
There you
Yeah,
go.
great.
tomorrow.
Great.
And
So come on down. Come on down. We'll all be in
We're
Zumba.
very
Wait,
close
line.
to go to commercials.
Commercials.
Quiero que por favor la audiencia mire un siguiente video que es bien cortito acerca de Peter y nos vamos a comerciales. De regreso de comerciales vamos a seguir con las preguntas porque esta historia está bastante interesante. Así es de que siga compartiendo el video. Nos vamos, corre video.
Sauerkraut cabbage.
Sure.
I guess that's German.
Yeah. That's German too.
Kielbasa.
Yeah,
I don't know.
kielbasa.
Kielbasa,
No,
excellent.
that's Turkish. Isn't
Sure.
it?
It could even be.
We're just going to go with
Russian.
European.
Sure.
European cuisine.
Pants. Always remember the comedy show.
It is. Sid's pants.
That was my hope. You know what they say about comedy? You think you're doing comedy. Boom. Anyway. You on stage mean you call
No, it's a live
to
show.
start it
No,
this
no, what do
way?
you think?
That's probably why it's just sitting there. I'm
it's
thinking
actually
regular, like, you know, Letterman and that.
We could just start off, me and you on stage, almost like we're in a dream. Just a dream.
That's how it all
Just a
started.
dream. Hello, how are you? What you're about to see is the Peter Rossinoto Show. You want to tell me a little bit about yourself, Bob?
I'm a comic at large. Well, extra large, actually. Making it 2X.
David Letterman magic.
He does David Letterman magic. He does that with David Letterman.
Yeah, I wrote a book. Someone here has to read. Actually, I read the book, and April just put her name on it, alright? I do all the work in this act, and I get no credit whatsoever.
Romeo Roselli. Can you tell us a little bit about how you came up with that? Well, the first name? Yeah.
Well, wouldn't that make sense? The way you're looking at me right now. How many parts are there?
There's two parts in this question. The first part basically is the easier part. The second part is where we delve into a place that you may not want to go. It's a Savarette stand. That's pretty much what it is.
And there's only one Savarette stand.
Is that Savarette or Savarette? Are we talking about the hot dogs or are we talking about something else?
That boils down to you say tomato, I say tomato.
Gotcha.
I suck it in, then I go over there and I buy hot dogs. Lots of hot dogs and nuts.
When women see me with a cane, they know I got one foot in the grave. So they think I have money.
Well, there's nothing sexier than a vampire.
Looks like she has no body, right? It's just a head.
I had some good gigs, some good roles. I was at some big movies with some big names. And I'm trying to do the Tom Cruise eyes.
Who's the picture on your shirt?
Well, actually, this guy's one of my favorite actors. I think he's, I like him.
I eat shellfish raw. That's my breakfast. It's like show business. There's no business.
Row. Gently down the street. Narrowly. Right? These spots.
Man, you know this is a good friend of mine. Yeah, man, we go back like my hairline, man.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Peter Rossinoto Show. Hello, my name is Peter Rossinoto.
And I'm Jennifer Nisatelli.
Now, the Peter Rossinoto Show is a continuous, entertaining, visual experience that just never ends with funs and laughs.
The vision of our show continues to include a number of skits with well-known actors in a way that we feel has never been depicted.
Blacklist, Homeland, all these shows that I've been on. Homeland, Drop Dead Diva, Abandoned, Damages. I was on the Anna Nicole.
I'm on the Peter Rossinoto Show, and I didn't even have to sleep with him. This is amazing. Mate, you're not supposed to be telling people that. Oh my god!
You ever hear of the close talker?
Like a stalker or close stalker?
Both. You ever hear of that?
The person who gets in your face and talks to you just like that.
So tell me about what it was like to wrestle.
No personal space. In keeping with the identity of the show, the Peter Osunoda Show will continue to film in areas which depict the heart of New York City. But permits, licensing, and set rentals will add to the cost of our productions.
And that's where you, the viewing audience, comes into play. If you want to continue seeing just fabulous guest entertainment, comedy, drama, that's where some donations from our viewing audience will play a vital role.
Our next step is in creating 6 additional shows. In order to get the recognizable names that you all know, and to properly carry out these most hilarious skits, the cost of each episode will vary anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 or more.
And because this is a TV show, that's actually a low figure.
For those of you who have been with us since the beginning, and those of you joining us for the first time,
and for those of you who are about to rock,
we salute you.
We salute you.
We ask for your continued views and your support in this vision. Any contribution, small or large, will definitely be of assistance. Without you, the show is impossible.
And from the bottom of my heart, have a pleasant and wonderful good night.
Servicio de calidad. En Repara Mi Crédito te ayudamos a remover de tu reporte bancarrota, pagos atrasados, cuentas sin colecciones, facturas médicas, préstamos estudiantiles, manutención de hijos y mucho más. Llama al 760-626-9641 y 760-626-9642. Con 15 años de experiencia y abogados de crédito, resultados en tan poco como 30-45 días. Llama ya.
Estamos muy contentos y pues el video que acabaron de ver ahorita fue para que se dieran cuenta quién es Peter Austin.
Peter Austin Noto.
Porque él era muy pero muy reconocido en Nueva York y se vino a California para perseguir un sueño. Así es de que let's continue with the interview here because I'm excited with the questions, with your story.
Me
How
too.
do you feel?
I feel good. Like I do. I should. So good. So good. Like I do. Oh. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry about that. The musical thing's still in me. It's the Zumba coming.
This is your house. You can do whatever you want.
Thank you.
You have to be yourself.
Thank you. I'm being myself.
Appreciate it that you feel comfortable with us.
Oh,
That's what we want, right, Marlena?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you don't know how grateful I am just to be able to do this.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, you
my
can
heart,
come back
my heart,
anytime.
my heart.
Yeah.
I'll be back next week.
Of course.
I'll be the guy bringing you food on the set. Right? You know.
Oh, good idea.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Coffee, yeah.
Peter.
Veronica.
I have a curiosity myself. It is any difference how people used to treat you before and how they treat you now? Is any difference?
Okay, that's a good question. Now, the most interesting thing, I'm now out here in California. My co-host kind of disappeared on me, a little illness, and things have changed. Me now being in the 1988 Dodge Caravan, instead of being in luxurious hotels throughout the Anaheim area next to Disney World, a lot of people don't really know me. So I'm kind of secluded where I am. I wake up, I get out of bed, I put a comb across my head. That's a Beatles song. And then I kind of get on, I start my car. I have a little food in the van, eat like I would breakfast at home, little food. I then I then go to the club to do Zumba.
He's always
Zumba.
there, and he's
Always
always
there.
smiling.
So I go
always-
there, and then my day kind of begins. It's very much like any other day, and people, most likely don't know what's happened to me. I'm just a guy. I come in, I try to keep myself presentable. I have long hair, but that's the way it is. And I come and go and dress like I normally would, and nobody's thinking anything different.
But what I mean is, it has to be a difference between the treat of the people.
I don't.
You don't see any difference the way people treat you before than the way they treat you now. Like if you go to a restaurant, or if you're walking or going to any store.
No, again, not really, because it's not part of my daily conversation, and I'm just like nothing's happened. I go through life, because all it really is, I'm still alive. Nobody's beating me.
Yeah. I know.
A lot of the decisions I made where I could have pressed to do other things, like I am trying to get income coming in here while I'm here. I mean, I've made money all my life, and all of a sudden, being in this new environment, my show's been on hold. Jennifer's disappeared. It's not that easy. I'm in a different land, California. I'm not back in New York. And so that end of it has changed. But as far as, I don't know, unless people know what's happened to me and they're looking at me strange, like, oh my God.
You scared me.
Oh my God. Can you believe him? He's living in a van. Here's the thing. I've also taught lawyers how to act in trial at the NITA for over 20 years, which is lawyers. But you learn people's behavior and whatnot. A lot of times I look at people who supposedly, they come out of a nice Lexus or a BMW. And if you look at them long enough, they look just like anybody else on the street.
That's true.
There's a thing called they're a spit away. We're all here to, you never know what could happen the next moment. And I would be almost like the poster child for that. Prior to that, professional man, had a house, wife, the whole thing, come out to California, money, blah, 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 TV shows, I'm the guy in charge, I'm the head guy, and the next thing you know, I'm in the van. But I'm still the same guy. That's
what I like about you.
The same guy that was able to do all these things, the same guy that's fallen in love with this woman, the same guy that's falling in love with this woman, and she's married, so I'm going to get myself in a whole bunch of trouble, right? Next thing you know, it's going to be, but I'm the same guy, so I'm dealing with the whole situation as professionally as I can. I try to do my day the same way. Put things in the van the way I normally would put things. I try to keep it nice as best as I can. Of course. And boom, I start it up in the morning, and the rest of the day is fine. It's almost like a normal day. I like to stop by and go to church. That's where I do a lot of my business now. In church. On the phone. That's where I do my business. And it's almost the same thing if you went to an office. Now, in the years past, my office was in my home. It was always in my home. Or a lot of times going into Manhattan, when I was in Manhattan, New York, I'd sometimes do it wherever I was, Saturday Night Live. You're doing it. It's all perception. Now, the state I'm in right now, believe me, I do not want to do this for the rest of my life. When I ask this woman to go out, am I going to say to her, do you want to come back to the van? She's going to say, what is he kidding me? Yes, come into the van. Come into the van. And then I'll say, don't step over there, because I got my sneakers over there. And it's, you'll have 3 feet. I think the joke is running dry right now. Let's go to another joke. But anyway, that's... But you got to make the best of it. And right now, there's so many forces helping me, so much positivity, that I think in the next little bit of time between myself, possible work in California, the fluctuation with my show being a forefront, people are going to say, let's really take a look at this. And let me get behind this show especially, because that's where all of us can make some serious money. This thing gets picked up by producers and investors in Los Angeles right here. That's why I came here. Ice cream for everybody. Anyway.
You know what? That's what I like about you, that it's a lot of like going on things about in your life, and you're still like laughing and joking, and like I see you in my class.
Right.
Everybody likes you in my class.
Yes.
Because they say, oh my God, he's always smiling. He's always like.
What does he know that we don't know? What does he know that we don't know?
That's what I want to know.
It's a state of mind. You know, also, I don't know, we've all had lives. Good, bad, happy
But we have
times.
to do the best of it,
That's right. But I've lived so long and I've had so much amazing things that have taken place in my life. I'm sure everybody else has the same thing. But in my life, which has been like, you know, the things I've been able to see in my career over 30 years, I've been blessed. Been blessed.
Yeah, you're blessed.
So right now, I came out to California, which was amazing. I mean, I've been to California before, but I came out for Jennifer. I came out to help her. I also came out for my show. A whole new thing. It went from, you get kind of used to your little environment where you live, and even though it's work, Saturday night, but it's still, you get used to it. Coming out here, it was all new. So it's still all new for me, and I've been so blessed over my years that even with this new transition of a little less money than I'm used to having, oh my God, a little less money than I'm used to having, excuse me, and being in the van, it's maybe just all part of this. And there were times saying, you know, everybody's saying, the husband and wife, honey, let's go away on vacation. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Let's go somewhere. Let me tell you, the life I'm living now, you don't have a chance to get bored. You do not have a chance to get bored. And I look at it as, you know, I wake up in the morning, it maybe was 49 degrees the night before. It's basically been about 55, 56, which isn't really that bad to sleep in. It really isn't. I have 2 coats on. I put a hat on. And it's kind of okay. It's okay. At home, I used to put the AC on, the air conditioner, the air conditioner. I remember my wife used to say, what are you putting the air conditioner on at night? I always liked it colder. So being colder, it's fine. And this whole experience, in so many ways, when I wake up, and especially it's time to now go to the gym and do Zumba, I say, I'm alive. I say, I'm alive. No, Zumba is like, we'll do another show about just Zumba, just Zumba itself. The whole psychological thing with Zumba and the music and the body movements. and there's a thing called, there's women's behinds. Anyway, I'm not getting into this now. No way, I'm not doing it right now, so stop it right there at home. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop and think about it for a second. Wait, women's, oh my God. And I'm in the van all by myself. Yeah, great, just great. But the whole experience, it's not a dull moment, because to a degree, I feel my life is, I don't want to get too serious, is a little bit on the line. Okay? And I've been a strong dude all my life fighting foes. And right now, there's no way I'm going to lose. But I have to persevere through this, accept the reality. I do have food. I do able to put a little gas in my car and go where I have to go. And nothing will last forever. But it's an exciting time in a certain way. It's like being, when I was talking about the vacation thing, I say, this is like a crazy vacation I'm on. So now this part of it is when I get on the car and I'm heading to this place, the Zumba class, or my next stop, I'm in that car going, I can't believe I'm in California. Everybody's gone. Where's my show? But I'm still trying to get it all back. You know, and it's very exciting because I live by a very detailed system. So one of the things is I don't want to get hurt. You know, I'm sure everybody kind of feels that way, but I'm very aware of that now because it's kind of me. I have a few allies in town, which has been a godsend. These people have come out of the blue. I remember Augie, a fellow who's been helping me tremendously. He knew me before I knew him, and I remember the first days or two when he's talking to me about helping, I was trying to figure out, where did he know me? And yet he's helped me tremendously. Well, you know, just done things with his own time to help my situation. And it's
Saludos,
been a godsend. It's been a godsend. It's actually been a godsend. But, yeah, so it's a blessing. You know, you're blessed. I mean, because I look at people that could be very sick in a hospital or really in bad shape. Because even now, as I go through my day, they're right next to me. They're all, people are screwed up.
You're healthy.
You know, and I'm yet still, I can lift a building. And if I put my mind to it, I'll move the building. I'm blessed. So the best is yet to come, and it's an exciting thing because, you know, big thing of life, you never know what tomorrow is going to bring anyway. For anybody. For anybody. You know, why do you see accidents on TV? What do you think happened? One of those people could be gone. They started their day thinking something else was going to happen. So I'm still here. I'm still alive. I still have my health.
Una de las cosas que les quiero comentar rápidamente, que muy a pesar de la situación en la que vive nuestro amigo Peter aquí en California, mantiene su estado de ánimo positivo, con esas ganas de salir adelante, no le importa qué carajos está. Él va a su zumba, él desayuna en su van.
Very strong man.
Él es una persona bastante positiva para el tipo de vida que lleva. Entonces es bonito mirar que una persona es con esa gana de, ¿sabes qué? Algún día esto va a cambiar, esto va a terminar, esto no va a ser todo el tiempo lo mismo. Y la verdad es que estamos muy complacidas de que él esté aquí, porque estoy escuchando y recapitulando todo lo que él está compartiendo y de verdad está tremendo. Y you have comments here. I was telling them a little bit of like what you just said, but good. Here Marvela Escobar, qué buena oportunidad le dieron a Peter that we gave you an opportunity here. So she's happy that we gave you an opportunity here. And actually, la oportunidad se la brindó el de Eufonico, porque cuando Verónica vino a hablar con Mr. William, aquí el productor, le dijo William, yes. William, muy a pesar de todo, es bien
nice.
Todo te dice que sí, así que pues bueno, tráiganse el café también por ahí.
Sí,
pero bueno.
tráinoslo por favor, William.
So she's happy that we gave you an opportunity here, and I was telling them that it's always thank you to William because it's
Marbella.
Always, you know what? Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good.
So Marbella is right here, and it says here, Blanca Stella, I have a video of you, Peter, to dancing. And Caritina's telling to do Zumba, and then Elmer Serpas here is, by the way, Elmer Serpas is my husband. Un besito por ahí.
Por ahí, ¿cómo por ahí?
O sea, por ahí, por la cámara y de ahí para allá.
I'm available to get married if anybody wants to get married right now. I have plenty of time.
He's looking for a girlfriend. Está buscando novia, ¿eh?
We'll kiss a little. Just a little. Just a little bit. I don't want to get too messy or wet. No wet. Anyway. Go in a different direction all of a sudden. Sorry about that.
So he is saying that you transfer the positive attitude that you have. He's able to catch it like he's positive. So, and then here.
Sí, Elmer, ahorita vamos a dar la información.
Yeah, of course. Ahorita le vamos a dar información because somebody already saying that if anybody wants to help, but.
Para apoyarlo. Vamos a dar su teléfono al final.
Text me at 516-477-8770. Bills under $100 will be no problem, but anything over 100, that's fine.
Agarren pluma y papel, estén al pendiente porque ahorita él va a estar repitiendo su teléfono constante. Queremos recordarles que este es un programa no lucrativo. Entonces, cualquier apoyo que ustedes gusten darle aquí a Peter, va a ser directamente con él. Okay? I'm telling them that everything they want to help you, it has to be directly with you.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So you're going to still repeating your number.
Okay, the phone number is 516-477-8770. I'd give you a mailing address, but I don't have it in front of me right now.
It's fine with your phone number. It's better.
Okay, fine.
It's better.
Thank you.
But you're going to repeat, lo va a volver a repetir. You're going to repeat it again and again, like maybe 2 more times.
Okay. 516-477-8770.
477.
Okay. Se está escribiendo, lo están escribiendo.
I'm going to say it again. Now, everybody, let's join in. 516-477-8770.
¿Qué está escrito? ¿Está escrito?
Peter Austin.
And if anybody wants kisses, you can do the same number and leave the text.
Okay.
Or if you want jokes, I'll
Gracias,
tell you
Mónica.
jokes.
There. So acabo de poner el número de teléfono ahí en uno de los comentarios para si lo dijo muy rápido, para por cualquier cosa, pues ahí lo van a poder tomar.
Ya está el número ahí.
Y cualquier cosa, algo que gusten aportar, recuerden que el programa de Al Rescate es un programa, como dijo mi compañera Verónica, no es lucrativo. No estamos haciendo colecciones para nosotros, sino que cada programa, y en esta ocasión le tocó a Peter, que puedan aportarle algo a él, si usted sabe de una manera en la que pueda vivir mejor, si tiene
cualquier clase de apoyo que usted quiera dar.
Ropa, comida, gasolina, porque está bien cara la gasolina, cualquier cosa, pues ahí está el teléfono y todo va directamente para él, right?
Absolutely.
There.
Absolutely.
Thank you for supporting me.
Thank you very much. And for the next 4 years,
yes.
and for the next 4 years, I'm going to do the best job I possibly can. We're going to get this economy back on track.
Yes, absolutely.
And Donald Trump is going to be my running mate. And we're what are they going to say? One or the other. Anyway, I am not a crook. Oh, that's Richard.
There is something that you want to tell them that they maybe need to know about you?
Need to know?
Yeah. Or do you think they wondering?
Well, need to know about me. Let's see.
Like in the present, like how you already told a little bit about how you live and everything.
Okay.
But how do you do to go to restrooms? Like in the midnight,
right.
like in the midnight.
So they want
I
to
think
know
it's
details.
details. And I know it's a little bit scary. Well, I'm a woman, but I know men's is different.
Okay,
but
so we don't want to go to the detail specifically,
Okay.
but we do want to know, like, okay, let's say you get up, you eat breakfast, and then you go to Zumba.
no, how he eat first, because if he doesn't have money, how he's gonna eat breakfast?
I understand.
And how do you go to the restroom? And then in the midnight, how
you deal with it?
it doesn't.
Here we go.
Nobody steal you anything. You have no problem with that.
I understand. We're building it up now. Everybody's waiting for me to say
Okay,
something.
yeah.
Here we go. So
Okay,
now
go ahead.
Now at home, the wife is going, honey, come in. He's about to say how he does number 1 and number 2. How does he eat? Quick, don't bring the kids. I don't want to hear that. Okay, here it is real quick. All right. Actually, I do have a little bit of food. People have given me food. I have a small amount of dineros, so I'm very fickly what I buy. But I do have a certain amount of food that I'm able to eat. It's keeping me okay. I'm all right. Okay, the other part. Number 1, number 2. Number 1, where I am, it gets very dark. I open the sliding door of the
Easy
van.
for men's.
I look both ways, and as a man, I just do what I have to do. And believe me, nobody's paying attention because I can look down the street and there's somebody else doing the same thing. So that's how number 1 is done. Number 2, place where I do Zumba, a restaurant, or every so often, like number 1, you look both ways and you do what you have
When it's an
to
emergency.
do. And believe me, it's done really quick. All you have to do is take your pants, put them all the way down. Your behind is actually away from it, so everything comes out. And I got toilet paper. Do it, and believe me, you just that quick, and that's it. And and it's all like it never happened. And then everything's picked up like you have a dog. 30 seconds, it's all done. It's like being at home, except you're not at home. It's like camping.
Camping, yeah.
Very much like a number of times, same thing.
It is dangerous at night, right? When
If you have a baseball bat, no. It's dangerous. It's bizarre, but for some reason, as I've done this a little bit, it's not as dangerous. I think you become stronger from it, and you fear nothing. You fear nothing.
Wow.
So,
Peter, I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so happy for you because I know you're a man of faith, and I know you will do everything you're thinking right now. All your dream will come true.
Thank you.
Well,
And thank you.
I'm really
Thank
happy
you.
to be here with you, Peter. Thank you for sharing all your little
Emotional
stuff,
things and
emotions
everything.
and your ideas, and keep up that positive feeling on you, because
And you're smiling.
that's gonna lead you to get better and better, and you know that already. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here. Hopefully this is not the only time.
Yeah.
I am really hoping.
Yeah, we're gonna make a follow-up about him.
You never know.
Vamos a hacer un seguimiento. Vamos a hacer un seguimiento.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the audience that whatever is needed to help you, just to get your phone number from the comments, I put it there.
Wonderful.
Si alguien de ustedes tiene algún tipo de ayuda para Peter, se los agradeceríamos, porque él como muchos, hay mucha necesidad, y este es el momento de actuar, de amar. Si usted ama a su comunidad, pues aquí tenemos una persona para poderle dar esa gran ayuda. Y pues hemos llegado al final del programa. Espero que haya sido de su agrado.
Nos vemos. Muchas
Nos vamos a ver
gracias.
para el próximo lunes a la misma hora, 7 de la noche, tiempo de California. Y hopefully Peter will come back for another show. And we'll see.
Muchas gracias. Gracias a todos por estar aquí.
Y comparte el video, no se les olvide, comparte el video.
Sonríe, es gratis.
Así es. Nos vemos para la próxima.
Infortainment